Hey guys, welcome to the video. I have the day off today, so of course I woke up feeling a bit low energetically, which isn't a surprise. I had a bit of an off day yesterday, so it's a bit of like a energy hangover from the day before. Something that helps me, genuinely helps me, is cleaning the house. It refreshes my brain just as much as it refreshes the house. It doesn't always have to be a big clean, but I have to do something. I have to do something to make the space feel cleaner and feel less cluttered. So yeah, that's what my morning consisted of. I cleaned the kitchen, the living space, and the floors, and yeah, my bedroom. And honestly, it helped. Like today, it's like the first week of spring. So today being a nicer day than what I've been used to for the last 5 or 6 months, I would have felt a lot of pressure to get outside and be productive. But I wasn't feeling it initially. I didn't want to go outside. I wanted to stay inside and honestly feel a little bit sorry for myself. So I half enabled the behavior. I let myself stay in my grotty clothes, stay indoors, but I had to get up and do something. And honestly, I think it was a good idea because by, what was it, 9:30, I was ready to get outside. I was ready to go do my things that I would normally want to do on a nice day. So earlier this year, I decided that I wanted to compete with my horses in stockman challenges and in camp drafting. I had done the odd event here and there, but never committed to a whole season's worth of competing. And I feel like if I don't do it now, I'll never do it and it'll be too late. So one thing I needed to learn was my whip skills. I'll be honest, I have really struggled to get confident with it. Up until this point, I started to feel like I could do it and honestly got a little bit cocky with it and wasn't as focused on my technique as I used to be. So today, I was having a flop moment basically. So what you're seeing here is the ugly side of learning, the humbling side of learning. I am failing, I'm frustrated, and I don't know why I can't get it. And you can see that my horse is equally unhappy because I'm throwing this whip around. It's probably hitting him every so often. And so with him getting unhappy, I'm starting to really become frustrated with myself because I don't want him stressing in these learning moments at my expense. A part of me thinks that my frustration with trying to learn this is actually a manifestation of the worry and anxiety I have in competing. I have this worry that I'm going to turn up to these events and just look so incapable and so inexperienced. But I forget that no one really looks at anyone other than themselves, really, when it comes to competitions. Everyone is probably thinking something similar to myself. They're probably thinking about what's not going well and what their horse is doing wrong, what they're doing wrong, what they're wearing, what their transport setup's like, what their camp setup's like. So in these moments, I am trying to take it easier on myself. But today I've just had a hard time talking myself around. Aside from learning how to do the whip stuff, I've actually had a bit of a breakthrough with my training with Elvis. Up until this point, I've tried to quote unquote fix his issues. And when I say issues, I'm actually just talking about one thing in particular, and that is the way he presents his anxiety. So you might not have seen it because it hasn't actually popped up in any of the videos yet. But when he is stressed or anxious, he plays with his mouth. Like, he plays with his tongue, he grinds his teeth a little bit. It is essentially the horse version of when people bite their nails. And it is a real trigger for me because I don't like seeing him stressed, and I don't like other people seeing him stressed. And so I would try to fix this behavior by changing his attention and by keeping him busy, when really I should somewhat accept the behavior and just trust the process and work him through stressful situations so that he builds a bit of resilience. Now, keep in mind that Elvis is a working bred horse, meaning he is bred for full-time work. He is essentially the horse version of a working dog, of a herding dog. And I don't think I've really harnessed that before. So lately, I've actually just been letting him exercise and ignoring what he's doing, because he might be playing with his mouth while he's running, like while he's cantering, and just let him move his body, because I think he's done too much standing and thinking. I think he knows that whenever he stands, he can rest, he can decompress. And now he can just move his body, feel confident. And it's like the missing piece of the puzzle that I didn't know was missing. It's transformed him. So I'm really relieved that it's not me this time. It's not me forgetting something in his training, me not giving him enough time. It's actually that he wants a job to do. He wants to move. And when he gets to move, he's happy. When he gets to exercise, the fizz in his brain settles. And I'm really proud of us. So yeah. I'm aware that this isn't the prettiest hat ever, but it's the only one I got. I actually got it as a gift from one of my ex-students, and I haven't found another hat that fits as good, so until I do, this is it. But if you guys can recommend me a nice hat, please let me know, because I do want another one. I'm gonna take Chili to the dog park because it's a nice day and I don't feel like walking right now, but I feel like doing something. I need to go past my parents' place and pick up something, so I thought I may as well go into town, do something fun for her, and feel a little bit useful, because I'm feeling just a little bit, I don't know, slow today. Let's do it.
Now he's we didn't even get on with it. A farm we took and see what happened.
Jill, come. Good girl. My camera ran out of battery the second I got to the dog park, basically. So I didn't get to film much at all. It's 2 p.m. So while I was waiting for my camera to charge, because I only have the one battery, I made myself some lunch. When I first got to the dog park, it was really, really good. There was two dogs there, one was just leaving. And the guy that was there was really nice. He had his dog on the lead and said, "Do you mind if my dog played with your dog?" And it was fine. And so that was really great. And that all ended up just like laying around together, and it was good. And then another lady came in with her, it looked like a Groodle. And the dog wasn't doing anything wrong as such, but it just really changed the dynamic of the group. And they ended up all like running around chasing one another, and it really stirred Chili up. And so I had to basically call it a day, and I took her out. Before I did though, I made sure she came to me and walked with me back, so she was a little bit calmer. But I was just a bit disappointed that, number one, she didn't end the experience really relaxed. And number two, I was a bit disappointed that like no one else was doing anything about it. Like no one else was trying to get their dogs to stop. So I can see why dog parks get a bad rap at sometimes. Thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, that would help me a lot. And I will see you guys next time.